Maybe this message found you in one of those moments when your mind just won't stop. Even late at night, when your body begs for rest, thoughts keep circling, replaying old conversations, predicting scenarios that may never happen, and searching for answers you already asked yourself 100 times. We call this overthinking, but in truth, it's much more than just thinking too much. It is a silent drain of your vital energy. And the most dangerous part is, you often don't notice it happening. Neuroscience shows us that every thought is not just an idea, it's a chemical event in your body. When you repeat the same stressful thoughts, your brain keeps releasing the same stress chemistry, cortisol, adrenaline. Your muscles stay tense. Your breathing becomes shallow, and your body believes it's living the same problem over and over again. Dr. Bruce Lipton explains it simply. Our thoughts are not trapped in our heads. They shape the electromagnetic field around our bodies. In other words, the energy you carry right now is directly influenced by the quality of your thinking. So if your mind is stuck in worry, your entire energy field contracts. You feel heavier, slower, less alive. Most people think they're tired because of work, age, or lack of sleep. But often they are simply exhausted from living in a mental loop that never ends. And here's the truth no one tells you. The mind is not meant to run at full speed all day. When you don't give it space to rest, it burns your life force in silence. Like a phone with too many apps open, it keeps draining, even when you're not doing anything. But there is a way to interrupt this cycle, to reclaim the energy that is rightfully yours. And it begins with understanding why your mind refuses to switch off. Inside your brain, there is a network called the default mode network. Think of it as the autopilot of your mind. Its job is to keep processing the past and projecting the future, even when you're not consciously thinking. This is useful when you need to remember important lessons or plan ahead. But when you've been through emotional pain, a breakup, a financial loss, a deep disappointment, the default mode network can trap you in a loop. It replays old wounds like a song stuck on repeat. It keeps scanning the horizon for the next danger, even if nothing is wrong in this moment. Most of this happens because of unconscious emotional triggers. Maybe a certain word, a tone of voice, even a smell reminds you of an old hurt. And before you know it, you're back in that mental movie, feeling the same emotions again. There's a cycle at play. A thought triggers an emotion. The emotion creates another thought, and that thought feeds the same emotion again. Round and round it goes, and every turn of that wheel drains more of your energy. If you've ever asked yourself, why can't I just stop thinking about this? It's because your brain believes it's protecting you. It doesn't realize it's exhausting you instead. Dr. Bruce Lipton often says, your beliefs are not just ideas, they are biological commands. When you truly believe something will help you, your body responds with healing chemistry. That's the placebo effect. But when you believe something will harm you, or when you're constantly imagining worst-case scenarios, your body responds as if the threat is real. That's the nocebo effect. Overthinking creates a constant nocebo. Every fearful mental picture tells your body, prepare for danger. Your heart rate changes, your immune system weakens, your digestion slows down, your nervous system stays on high alert, burning through your life force for situations that exist only in your mind. Here's something you can try right now. Think of a joyful memory. See it clearly. Notice how your shoulders loosen, your breathing deepens, maybe even a smile appears. Now think of a stressful event. Feel how your body tenses again. This is proof your thoughts change your physiology instantly. The first is coherent breathing. Inhale gently through your nose for 5 seconds. Exhale softly through your mouth for 5 seconds. Repeat this for just 2 minutes. You'll feel your nervous system begin to shift from alertness to calm. This interrupts the loop of overthinking by anchoring you in the present moment. The second is the 5 to 4, 3 to 2, 1 grounding method. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. In less than a minute, your attention moves from the storm in your head to the reality around you. And here's a subtle shift from neuroscience. Whenever you notice your mind wandering into rumination, don't fight it. Gently label it, thinking. Then return to your breath. Over time, you train your brain to come back to stillness more quickly. Sometimes you can't simply stop a thought, but you can replace it. This is what we call pattern interruption. First, notice the thought loop. Second, deliberately imagine a completely different scene, one that lifts your energy. Neville Goddard spoke of using imagination as a creative force. If your mind can vividly picture a problem, it can also vividly picture a solution, a joy, a peace. For example, if you catch yourself imagining failure, immediately replace it with a mental movie of success, not in vague terms, but with colors, sounds, and feelings. Feel the relief, the gratitude, the confidence, as if it were real. Do this, Storbish, 3 minutes, and you've shifted the vibration of your emotional state. The brain begins to follow the new script you've given it. There is a spiritual law. The void is not absence, it is potential. In nature, the seed needs the dark soil before it can sprout. Your mind needs silence before it can create. When you live in constant mental noise, you block the arrival of new ideas, solutions, and inspirations. But when you allow inner space, your creative energy regenerates naturally. Try this. Mini ritual once a day. Sit in a quiet place. Place your hands over your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply for 1 minute, imagining that each exhale clears dust from the inside of your mind. Don't try to think of anything. Just hold the space. In that silence, your energy begins to expand again. Overthinking is not a flaw in your character. It's simply a habit, one that drains your energy until you forget what it feels like to be truly alive. But now you know your mind can rest. Your thoughts can shift, and your energy can return to flow. Today, choose one technique. Breathe coherently for 2 minutes, ground yourself with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or replace a fearful picture with one that lights you up. Notice how your body and mind respond. Your energy was never lost. It was simply locked behind the walls of too much thinking. And now, you hold the key. I am the master of my thoughts. I choose calm, clarity, and presence. My energy flows freely, here and now. Daily practice. Each time you catch yourself lost in overthinking, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in for 5 seconds. Breathe out for 5 seconds. Do this 3 times. Return to what matters.